A storm is brewing over Ibrox, and the winds of change are gathering strength with each passing day. Rangers Football Club stands on the edge of a summer that might define not just the next season, but the very direction of the club for years to come. It's not just the usual transfer window buzz. This feels different. There's an electricity in the air, the kind of charged tension you only get when something big is about to happen. Whispers from behind closed doors are growing louder. Speculation turning into expectation, and now two significant moves are reportedly nearing completion. Not just big names, but deals that could set the tone for a new era. What makes this moment even more crucial is the backdrop against which it unfolds. The club is navigating a period of immense uncertainty. The managerial position remains unfilled since Philippe Clement was shown the door back in February. Barry Ferguson stepped in as interim, brought some stability, but the board has made it clear he's not the long-term answer. That leaves the club in limbo, a squad in need of rebuilding without a clear figurehead to lead it. And yet, even amid the absence of a permanent boss, Rangers seem ready to push forward with key signings. That in itself is telling. It shows urgency, ambition, and perhaps a plan already taking shape behind the scenes. Meanwhile, talk of a full-scale takeover refuses to die down. American investor Andrew Kavanagh, backed by the muscle of 49 Nation, Managerial called 49ers Enterprises, is rumored to be on the brink of completing a significant acquisition that could reshape the power structure at Ibrox. The idea of fresh leadership at the top has fans buzzing. After years of financial balancing acts and cautious steps, this could signal a more aggressive push towards bringing silverware back to the blue side of Glasgow on a consistent basis. All of this is unfolding as the fan base desperately clings to every scrap of information. They've been through it all, the highs, the heartbreaks, the rebuilds, and now standing once again at the crossroads, there's a hunger, a craving for clarity, for stability, for purpose, and maybe, just maybe, that's starting to emerge. These two impending signings are being seen as more than just transfers. They're a message that Rangers aren't just going to sit back and drift into another season hoping things click. They're trying to shape the future now, piece by piece, deal by deal. But with all the excitement, there are also goodbyes. One of the players seemingly headed for the exit is Naratio Cassandro. The young defender who joined on loan from Feyenoord has likely played his final match in a Rangers shirt. He took to Instagram recently, posting what sounded very much like a farewell message. Wore the shirt with pride, even when injury kept me off the pitch. Thank you for the trust, support, and memories, Rangers family. That post hit hard for some fans. While his time in Glasgow was marred by injury, he made only 15 appearances and missed over 30 games. His attitude and potential still left a mark. Cassandro returns to the Netherlands, and his departure is another reminder of how much turnover the club is bracing for. The dressing room is going to look very different when the players report back for pre-season. Already key names like Tom Lawrence, Leon Balogun, and Yanis Hagi have been let go. Even though they had their moments in a Rangers shirt, the feeling is that a clean slate is needed. Loan spells for players like Václav Cerny have ended too, and unless something drastic changes, he won't be back either. His future looks to be heading elsewhere, with reports out of Turkey claiming that Trabzonspor have opened talks with Wolfsburg to secure his services permanently. While exits tend to grab attention, the real intrigue lies in who will arrive. And for that, everyone keeps glancing nervously at the dugout. Who will be the man tasked with leading this new-look squad? The shortlist is shrinking, and two names have taken center stage: Steven Gerrard and David Ancelotti. Gerrard, of course, is no stranger to Ibrox. He knows the club, the pressure, the expectations. His return would spark debate, excitement, and perhaps bring back some of the magic from the title-winning campaign. But then there's Ancelotti, young, methodical, shaped by one of the greatest minds in modern football, his father Carlo. Carlo Ancelotti himself spoke recently about David's future, saying that his son is in talks with a European club and that if things don't work out, there's always room for him on his own coaching staff. It's a telling remark. If David is seriously considering Ibrox, that's a bold move. He's never been a head coach before, but sometimes clubs take risks to leap forward. And Rangers may be in that exact mindset right now. Still, despite the vacuum in leadership, the recruitment team hasn't waited around. One of the first steps in this rebuild was locking in a pre-contract with Dundee midfielder Lyle Cameron, A tidy, intelligent player with an eye for a pass and bags of energy, Cameron could be a key piece in the puzzle, but Rangers aren't stopping. Talks have already begun to bring in another Dundee talent, Josh Mulligan. The versatile midfielder has caught the eye, and Rangers want to bring him in as well. However, without a manager to greenlight the deal, progress has been slow. To make matters trickier, Charlton Athletic down south are also circling, and time might end up being the deciding factor. And so, as fans scan news feeds and social media for updates, the sense that something massive is coming continues to grow. The squad as it stands is incomplete, uncertain, but that's the nature of a rebuild. Old faces leave new ones arrive. Rumors will fly, names will be linked. Some will sign, some won't. And in the background, boardroom conversations will shape the trajectory of the club just as much as what happens on the training ground. This summer isn't just another transfer window. It feels like the prelude to a story that will be told for years. Rangers aren't just looking to compete, they're preparing to transform, from the top of the hierarchy all the way down. To the subs bench, there's a sense that no one's place is safe and everything is up for grabs. And for the fans, the only thing left to do is wait, watch, hope. Because what's brewing at Ibrox isn't just change. It might be the rebirth of a giant. As the transfer window rumbles on, more changes are taking shape not just in terms of personnel, but in the very foundations of Ibrox itself. Behind the scenes, the club is making moves to address long-standing issues with the matchday experience. Supporters recently received a detailed update via email regarding further construction work planned for this summer, continuing the overhaul of the Copland Road stand. Last season, delays in construction meant that Rangers had to play their opening. Competitive fixtures away from home, most notably at Hampden Park. Now more alterations are set to take place with the goal of improving both safety and comfort for fans. The email acknowledged the disruption caused in the Copland rear last year, apologizing sincerely to supporters who endured frustrations across those early fixtures. The club stated that new specialist glass barriers are set to replace the existing metal ones in front of Row A, improving visibility and enhancing the viewing experience without compromising safety. While the timeline for installation remains dependent on local authority approval and the fixture list, the intent is clear. Modernize, improve, and ensure the stadium becomes a fortress in more ways than one. The club also revealed that additional toilet facilities are under construction and are expected to be ready in time for the new season. These developments, while less glamorous than big money, transfers matter deeply to fans. They speak to a club that is trying to evolve in every facet, from the boardroom to the stands. Rangers supporters have often been praised for their loyalty and passion, and the club seems to be responding by investing in infrastructure that enhances their weekly pilgrimage to Ibrox. Of course, the work won't stop there. The club mentioned that further improvements to both the stand and the concourse are already planned, with updates to be delivered in due course. It's a nod to the importance of the supporter experience, something that has too often been sidelined during periods of sporting turbulence. Meanwhile, back on the pitch, there's more movement in the Rangers camp. The club's pre-season plans are starting to take shape, with the first fixture back at Ibrox penciled in for Sunday, July the 6th against Club Brugge. This friendly will be the first real chance for fans to assess the new-look squad, and depending on the managerial situation, it could also mark the beginning of a new coaching era. But while anticipation grows over who'll be in the dugout that day, one player already making headlines for the right reasons is Hamza Igamane, the young forward. Has just received a call-up to the Moroccan national team for their upcoming friendlies against Tunisia and Benin. Igamane's journey in his debut season at Rangers has been one of rapid growth and adaptation. With 16 goals and 3 assists, he's shown he can be a real weapon in the final third. His efforts haven't gone unnoticed, and his inclusion in the Moroccan squad alongside stars like Achraf Hakimi, Brahim Diaz, and Youssef En-Nesyri speaks volumes about his potential. His debut for Morocco came back in March during a World Cup qualifier against Niger, where he made a late appearance, but now he's being given a proper shot to prove his worth on the international stage. For Rangers, his development is a shining light in a season that's had its fair share of murky moments. Elsewhere in the squad, there are question marks surrounding several players, none more so than Net Bahrami. The Albanian playmaker arrived last summer with high hopes and a decent reputation from Serie A, but things haven't exactly gone to plan. He struggled to find consistency and was in and out of the team, clearly affected by the instability around him. But according to reports from within the club, Bahrami is determined to stay put and fight for his place under the incoming manager. That kind of attitude will be vital during a transitional period like this where so many roles are up in the air. However, not everyone is convinced he'll stay. Italian side Sassuolo are reportedly preparing a bid to bring him back to the Italian. Top flight just a year after his move to Glasgow, the figure being quoted, around £2.0 million, falls short of what Rangers paid to secure him. But with the club undergoing a full-scale rebuild, decisions will have to be made quickly and pragmatically. If the new manager doesn't see him as part of the future, a sale may make sense even at a small loss. But if there's belief he can turn things around, keeping a talented midfielder like Bahrami might pay off in the long run. And that's the tricky part of a summer like this. There are no easy decisions. Every signing, every sale, every extension or release sends a message, not just to the squad, but to the supporters, the league, and the wider footballing world. Rangers are clearly trying to recalibrate. The end of last season didn't just bring disappointment, it brought a moment of reckoning. The fans, passionate as ever, are demanding more, and rightly so. After watching Celtic dominate the domestic scene in recent years, the pressure to build a title-winning side is heavier than ever. But pressure is nothing new to this club. Ibrox is a place built on expectation. It's where legends are made and where reputations can be shattered. As this summer unfolds, every decision made behind the scenes will shape what kind of Ranger steps out on the pitch in August. Will it be a side still trying to find its identity, or will it be a team that's already embraced a new philosophy, a new hunger, a new level? Supporters will be watching closely as more announcements are expected in the coming weeks. The boardroom needs to finalize its plans. The managerial appointment must be made soon, and with it a clearer transfer strategy will likely follow. For now, fans are left piecing together the clues, monitoring Instagram posts, reading between the lines of press conferences, and hoping that the foundations being laid this summer are sturdy enough to support a season of real progress. Rangers are on the cusp of something. Whether that's revival, resurgence, or reinvention remains to be seen. But make no mistake, the club is moving. The question is whether the moves being made today will stand the test of time. Because in Glasgow, football isn't just a game, it's an identity. And right now, Rangers are rewriting theirs one decision at a time. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. The streets of Govan are buzzing with whispers this morning, as a shocking rumor spreads like wildfire across the terraces. Jurgen Klopp, the charismatic German gaffer, could be setting his sights on Ibrox. Aye, you heard that. Right. The very man who led Liverpool to domestic and European glory is allegedly poised to take the reins at Rangers. Nathan's been confirmed official-like, but several so-called insiders are hinting that Klopp's been spotted in Glasgow, perhaps even having quiet talks with the club's hierarchy. If true, it would be one of the most seismic managerial moves in recent Scottish football history. After all, the man's a serial winner, a master motivator, and an icon in the dugout. Rangers fans, already keen for a new chapter after a roller coaster, or recent seasons are dreaming big at the prospect. The Germans' renowned heavy metal football could breathe new life into the squad, challenging their old firm rivals Celtic with a ferocity not seen since the days of Walter Smith. Yet some seasoned punters are taking the news with a pinch of salt, questioning whether Klopp would truly swap the bright lights of Anfield for the cold and rain of Govan. But let's not forget, the allure of Rangers is still massive. A storied club with a fan base as passionate as they come, and the eternal battle for Scottish supremacy offering a unique kind of challenge. For a man like Klopp, who thrives on emotion and tradition, it might just be the perfect fit. Sources close to the club are remaining tight-lipped, refusing to confirm or deny the speculation. Meanwhile, social media is ablaze with all sorts of theories and supposed sightings, with one blurry photo allegedly showing Klopp at Glasgow airport, sparking yet more frenzy among supporters. could we be on the brink of witnessing a managerial masterstroke? Or is this all just idle terrace talk? One thing's for sure, the blue side of Glasgow wouldn't be sleeping easy until there's a clear word from the club. As ever in football, only time will tell if this rumor holds weight or drifts away like so many before it. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comment section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.